Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Cain refuses to back down, and Lily breaks devastating news to Nate. Tuesday, July 29, 2025, today on The Young and the Restless, Kyle attacks Audra after learning that Cole died. Jack and Billy butt heads, and Lily tells Cain not to return to Genoa City. Kyle is packing in his train car when his phone starts pinging. He gets a ton of messages from Summer and Claire. He realizes Harrison will be asleep in Milan, so calls Claire. Claire picks up Kyle's call at the tack house and asks if he's okay. He tells her he is, but the chateau has turned into Cain Ashby's house of horrors. She asks, who is Cain Ashby, and Kyle explains that he's Lily Winter's ex-husband. He used the alias Dumas to amass his billions. He tells her about being brought there on a train and the storm washing out the road and tracks. They've been stuck with no way out and no way to call. Claire asks if it was beautiful. He tells her it would have been, if people hadn't died. Claire panics over her family. He tells her they're fine, though her uncle Nick was injured and has gone to the hospital. But he's going to be okay. Claire asks if anyone has called her mom. He wanted to speak to her. How are you? How's Cole? Claire says, he didn't make it. Kyle gawps, what? Claire says, my dad died. Claire explains about the Legionnaire's disease and Kyle wishes he could hold her. He hopes to be home as soon as possible. He asks when this happened. Claire tells him they are having a service today since they hadn't heard from any of them. Victoria comes down the stairs as Claire and Kyle express their love and disconnect. Victoria tells her daughter she just spoke with her parents. They marvel at two people ending up dead and Claire asks who died. Victoria says her mother called from the hospital and had to be brief. Claire suggests holding off on the service until they get home. Victoria says they don't know when Nick will be released. Today could just be about the two of them saying goodbye. They hug. Can Amanda talk Cain down? In his study, Cain looks at the surveillance screens and flinches as he recalls the sound of the gunshot ringing out. Amanda wanders in and asks how he's feeling. He's not sure how to respond. She guesses he's in shock, they all are. Cain blames himself for not knowing Carter was unstable and that he needed help. My God, 3 people have died. Amanda tells him the police investigation is basically concluded. The security footage helped, along with Carter's confession that he killed Damien. Cain asks if they bought the lack of cell service as an unforeseen event. She says she did, but tells him she unjammed the signal without his permission. He tells her she did the right thing. She says he's in the clear. He asks, am I? Cain doesn't know how to be okay with 3 people dying on his property. Jill, who is just like a mother to him, just lost her grandson and it's happened on his watch. He died saving his life. What if he encouraged Carter too much? He knew about Lily and his hopes for the future. Amanda tells Cain he cannot blame himself for this. They had no way of predicting that Carter would have acted this way. Cain feels he should have seen the signs, he could have gotten him the help he needed. Amanda reminds Cain he was good to Carter. Cain says, now he's dead. Along with 2 innocent men. And Nick is in the hospital because he was stupid enough to think he might be guilty. Amanda wants to think ahead to what's next. Cain says they'll play it out as planned. Amanda argues that the dynamics have changed considerably, he's gained more enemies than friends. Cain says this was never about popularity. He has a vision and there is no way in hell he'll back down now. Cain reminds Amanda that everything is about Lily, he's more determined than ever to see his plan through. Amanda worries he's underestimating his targets. Cain reminds her. They were this close with Nikki. Amanda points out it all went to hell. As confident as she is in his genius, the families will be aligned against him. Cain's not worried. He thinks they can do anything together, but if she wants to walk away, he completely understands. She states, I'll stay. He thanks her and she walks out. Cain then clears his desk in frustration, while Phyllis and Billy defend Cain. In the main train car, Diane wonders who it could all end like this, with Damien and Chance dead. Jack rants that it's ended like this because of that monster Cain and his ego. Now 2 good men are gone. Billy reveals that he told Abby about Chance. It wasn't easy. Phyllis is dreading telling Summer, she and Chance were close. Diane goes over the tragedy of it all. Phyllis agrees it was senseless, but complains about everyone pointing fingers at Cain. Billy backs her up. Jack, appalled, insists that he may not have wielded the weapons, but the deaths are on Cain's head. They bicker as Billy and Phyllis defend Cain, saying he didn't intend for any of this to happen. Sally states that 3 people are dead nonetheless. Jack says Chance was such a good guy, always came through. Jill and Nina are going to be devastated by this loss. Billy is sure his mother will find a way to blame him for it. Jack and Phyllis remind him he had no part of it and played a part in saving people. Billy says Chance died a hero. Jack offers to be with Billy when he calls Jill. Billy will leave that to Cain. He doubts she'd even pick up if he calls. This news is better coming from someone other than him. Audra strolls in and Diane tells her if she's looking for her son, he's not there. Audra has no interest in tracking down Kyle. Diane tells her she's humiliated herself. Audra's not interested in defending herself given Nate's brother is dead and Amy will be devastated. She stalks over to Sally, who pours her a drink. Jack reads Cain's welcome note about wait and hope, and Diane points out they still don't know what his plan is, or was. Nate's day takes a turn at the tack house. Victoria welcomes Nate in and tells him he didn't have to come by. He thinks it's important to help them honor Cole. He says he briefly spoke to Audra, who gave him the sense that the chateau was quite the ordeal. He wonders if they've decided to hold off on the service. Claire tells her mother that she would like her grandparents and Kyle to be there. Victoria nods. They can wait a day or 2. Nate thinks it's wise to wait until they have more people to support them. Nothing cuts deeper than losing someone you love. In her train car, Lily hesitates before picking up her phone and calling Nate. At the tack house, Nate answers Lily's call and steps outside when she warns he needs to take the call in private. He asks if she's alright about Cain being Dumas. She says it threw her for a loop, but she's okay. Nate says she doesn't sound okay. He got the sense there was something Audra wasn't telling him. Lily says that's her fault. She hates doing this over the phone, but she didn't want to wait until they got home. She takes a deep breath and says, Nate, Damien is gone. He was killed. Nate tries to take this in. Why? How? Was there an accident? Lily cries, he was murdered. Nate asks how this is possible. Lily explains that the troubled assistant Carter killed him out of some distorted loyalty to Cain. He felt Damien was a romantic threat to Cain. Nate rants that they weren't even a couple. Lily admits they got together at the chateau and became romantically involved. Carter got rid of him to clear the path for Cain. Nate asks if he was doing Cain's bidding. Lily says he claims he had no idea, and he believes him. Nate hopes Carter didn't get away. Lily breathes, he shot himself. She cries that she just wanted him to hear about this from her. She wanted him to be able to tell Amy himself. Nate marvels that Amy barely got her son back and now he's gone. This will crush her. Lily cries, I'm so sorry, Nate. This shouldn't have happened. He tells Lily to get home safe and disconnects. Nate re-enters the tack house and tells Victoria and Claire that his brother Damien was murdered at the chateau. He can't believe it. He thought they had a lifetime to get to know each other and now he's gone. Victoria embraces him. They urge him to stay. He admits part of him dreads going home to break this news to Amy. Damien being back in her life gave her the will to fight her cancer. Victoria says, my heart goes out to you, and to her. Maybe his years in medicine prepared him, just a little, to share this news. Nate says, this is different. This is my family. How will Cain upset Lily this time? As Lily's wiping her tears in her train car, Cain knocks and enters. She rolls her eyes. He tells her he wanted to say goodbye before the train left. Is there anything you need from me? Lily thinks he's done more than enough. She just had to tell Nate that his brother died. She doesn't know where he is or how he took the news because she's stuck there on this train. Cain says the deaths will haunt him for the rest of his life. She says, good. None of this would have happened if he hadn't decided to play God with their lives. Cain will make it right. Lily says he can't make this right. She has a realization and gawps, my God, are you still planning on coming back to Genoa City? Cain shrugs, would it be the worst thing? Lily tells her ex he's caused nothing but tragedy. Cain still wants a chance to prove himself. Lily tells him he's deceived her on a massive scale. Why would she believe anything he says ever again? What will he tell their kids? He built a fortune with his father, of all people. He insists that Colin changed and that changed him. Lily doesn't think he's changed where his parents are, glances at Audra, and then tells Jack and Diane that he spoke with Claire and Cole passed away. Diane and Jack are stunned. Kyle can't understand why he ever thought being there, pursuing petty revenge, was more important. Across the car, Billy asks Phyllis if she's thought about his offer to team up again. She reminds him he's screwed her over twice. Why should she trust him? Jack sidles up and asks what they're talking about. Phyllis says they're consoling each other after everything that's happened. Billy tells Phyllis not to mind his brother. Jack says things need to change. Billy informs Jack they'll have a conversation after they get back to Genoa City. There will be major changes. Jack agrees and walks away. Phyllis wants to know what major changes Billy has in mind and asks for details. Billy says they'll talk about the future when they get home. By the bar, Audra tells Sally they have a lot of catching up to do, but not here. Sally looks at Phyllis and Billy and muses, "Yeah, I agree." Audra's Sally YNR. Sally walks off and Kyle corners Audra to see that Claire's dad died and thanks to her, he's trapped there and can't be with her. Audra's sorry to hear about Claire's dad, but him choosing to be there is not on her. "You kissed me back, Kyle." Kyle fumes that she failed, and he hopes he gets a front row seat to Victor dropping the hammer on her. He doesn't let failure go unpunished. It's only a matter of time. Audra Kyle YNR will Cain back down. In Lily's train car, Cain refuses to believe that all they've shared has completely evaporated. Lily informs him that nothing will happen between them ever again, and he only has himself to blame. The train whistle sounds, and she says, "Goodbye, Cain." He replies, "Not goodbye." She pleads with him not to come back. People have died. Cain tells her, "Until we meet again, Lily." Lily hollers. Does he not understand that people don't want him there? Please, just stay away.